Since turning 58 and living solo, I've felt the changes that come with age, slower recovery, dips in energy, and the sense that my body needs more support now than it used to. In this video, I'm sharing the midlife foods and habits that make the biggest difference to my energy, clarity, and confidence as I age. These changes are realistic, grounded, in part of how I'm looking after myself now, so I can stay independent for as long as possible. As we get older, we all notice different changes. The two areas I'm paying most attention to are my brain and my gut. How we eat for these can shape so much of our energy, focus, and overall quality of life. Disturbed sleep and the resulting brain fog is something I've struggled with on and off since perimenopause. The thought of forgetting to turn off the stove or leaving the keys in the front door is something that genuinely worries me. So what do I actually do to support my brain as I age and keep my focus steady? The main foods I have to support my brain and focus are oily fish, salmon, mackerel, sardines, and anchovies. DHA, the omega-3 in oily fish, helps keep brain cells flexible and supports clearer thinking. I have a portion of oily fish at least 3 times per week, and I know that fish has got a lot more expensive nowadays. So I buy my salmon from the freezer aisle, where I can get more portions for the same price as the fresh version. Also, the salmon is wild caught, and because they're frozen, I can defrost what I need and keep the rest until I need them. Sometimes I wonder if eating fish is really making a difference, but on weeks when I slip into convenience foods, or I don't have enough oily fish, I notice it straight away. My thinking feels slower, I get more brain fog, and little things slip my mind. That's usually my sign that I need to get back to eating regular oily fish to support my focus and memory. If you're not able to have fish, the main plant-based sources of omega-3s are ALA-rich foods like flax seeds, chia seeds, walnuts, and hemp seeds. I'm on a tight budget, so having fish every day isn't realistic. On the days that I don't eat fish, I rely on plant-based omega-3s to still support my brain and focus. Eggs support brain health too. They're rich in choline, which helps the brain make acetylcholine. This is essential for memory and focus. I'll add an egg to salmon and salad on more active days. The extra protein keeps me fuller for longer and helps to stop the mid-afternoon snacking, especially on days that I exercise. I eat magnesium-rich foods like leafy greens, pumpkin seeds, almonds, cashews, and a little dark chocolate. Magnesium supports hundreds of processes in the body, from muscles and nerves to energy and stress. At this stage of life, I take magnesium supplement at night because it helps me sleep more deeply and wake up clearer. I'll share more about the supplements I use in midlife in a future video, if that's something you'd find helpful. Being dehydrated is one of the most common causes of brain fog. As we get older, thirst signals become less sharp. I drink around 3 liters daily: water, red bush tea, and peppermint tea. However, I try not to drink too much water around mealtimes because it can dilute stomach acid and enzymes, which are already lower as we get older. There are things I avoid that make a real difference to my brain and memory, and I'll cover those in the next video. At midlife, especially due to menopause, I noticed more bloating and discomfort after meals. My digestion feels more balanced now, but gut health becomes even more important as we age. Stomach acid naturally declines with age, which can make digestion slower and nutrients harder to absorb. I add a little apple cider vinegar to salads. The acidity can help support digestion, and because it's fermented, it also offers compounds that can support a healthy balance of gut bacteria. This has made heavier meals feel easier to digest, especially in the evenings. I make my own sauerkraut because it's rich in natural probiotics and gentle acidity. I make my own because it's cheaper, and I can adjust the flavour to what I like. I tend to have sauerkraut on days when I don't feel like cooking vegetables. It's an easy way to still support my digestion without much effort. Bitter foods like rocket, watercress, endives, radicchio, and kale may help stimulate the vagus nerve, which signals your stomach to release more acid and enzymes. I've found that adding a handful of these to meals can make digestion feel smoother and reduce that heavy, sluggish feeling after eating. Fiber-rich foods like broccoli, salads and beans help keep my digestion moving and prevent the sluggish, uncomfortable feeling that becomes more common as we get older. Recently, I've been adding sunflower, pumpkin and flax seeds to my morning yogurt. They give me the extra fiber and plant-based omega-3s, which help keep me fuller for longer and keep my energy stable. This breakfast is my go-to on days when I need something quick that still keeps me full and focused through the morning. A lot of people mention that they feel more bloating or discomfort when they start eating more fiber and fermented foods. And I can be the same if I haven't had these foods in a while. If that's you too, take it at your own pace. When I reintroduce them, I go slowly and give my system time to adjust. Within a few days, the bloating usually settles and my digestion feels more comfortable again. One of the main reasons I include plenty of fiber in my diet is because it feeds the beneficial gut bacteria that produce short-chain fatty acids. These support the gut lining, immunity, and even brain health as we get older. I include protein in every meal: yogurt, eggs, or animal and plant proteins. As we get older, protein doesn't just support muscle and strength. It also helps digestion work more steadily by keeping blood sugar balanced and preventing the energy dips that can make meals feel heavier. This is how I eat to support myself through the changes of midlife. Eating in a way that helps my digestion, keeps my energy stable, and support my focus. These small changes are also my way of protecting my quality of life and staying independent as I get older. Because how we eat now shapes how long, clear-minded, and capable we feel in the years ahead. If you're not used to eating this way, it can feel overwhelming at first. So start slowly with one small change. Add a new food, swap one ingredient, or try one habit each week. Give your body time to adjust. These gentle steps are easier to stick with, and over time they make the biggest difference to how you feel day to day. Even if you are eating well to support your health through midlife, certain foods and habits can still speed up aging without you realizing. In the next video, I'll share what I avoid to support healthy aging. And if you haven't watched part 1 of this series on solo living wellness, I'd love you to watch the next, as it sets the foundation for everything we're building here.